All right, welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of Rear Naked Locks. I'm Chato. I'm here with Rhino and Henry. If this is your first time on the channel, this is a channel where we break down MMA fights, pay-per-views, and fight nights. So we're going to do a brief breakdown of last week's pay-per-view, and then we're going to jump right into this week's fight night here in Las Vegas, Burns versus Morales. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened last week. Does anybody else want to start it off with their thoughts about our picks last week?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and I want to apologize to the chat real quick. I gave the Katona pick and JDM. Not gonna lie, boys, I had faith in Katona, and he got dusted round one with the uppercut. And I just want to say I'm sorry, guys. It's the last time I give an underdog. I was feeling it, and it just didn't pan out. I just want to get that off my chest. I wanted that to happen again, guys.
All right, straight up, I just want to say I should have gone 11-1, but the universe had other plans for my boy Kutalaba, Aldo, Fierro. We got robbed on the decisions, but it is what it is. 8-4 is not too bad.
Yeah, the 8-4, like on the screen, we all pretty much had the same parlays. My round the world parlay was Aldo, Ferro, and JDM. Like Aldo, be honest, he won that fight. There's no universe in which you give a unanimous decision against him. That was insane. I just, like these judges need to be held accountable. And then that Ferro fight, I feel like we won 3 out of the 5 rounds. It was competitive, but I think Ferro should have took that. And then JDM, masterclass. We all knew that beating was coming, So this week we have another fresh set of picks. Hopefully we'll do better. We'll do better this week. So, all right, start off with the first fight of the next card. Fight night, Burns versus Morales. This is gonna be my first pick for my around the world parlay. I got Tisha Pennington, aka Tiny Tornado, as my first leg. She's gonna win this fight because she has more experience than Pinheiro. She's coming off a great win over one of the pioneers of the sport, Carla Esparza. And then Pinheiro's just coming off. She's on a 3-fight losing streak, 2 of those by finish. Like the odds are kind of juiced on Pennington, but I feel like she's going to be a lock for this week's around the world parlay. So it's probably going to go to a decision, but I feel like she's going to be a for sure lock of the pick. How do you guys feel about my first leg of the around the world parlay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fade you, my boy. Those odds are disgusting. Minus 400 for Tisha Torres. Nah. You can't do it. You can't do anything with that. And it's a girl fight. No thanks. I'll take the underdog in Pinheiro. I like her striking, bro. She has kicks, punches. She throws a lot of spinning shit. I think if we could defend some takedowns, keep it on the feet, maybe we could win. But I'm just going for the value player here, bro. Even if Pennington has a edge, you can't edge out those odds, bro. Minus 400. I'll take Pinheiro, bro. And it's over 2.5. If you want to bet this, I say you stay away from this, in my opinion. But if you want to bet this, bet over 2.5, and that's it. I don't know about Henry. How you feeling about this?
I kind of agree with the over. I think the over is a better pick than Pennington himself, but I think Pennington's just better everywhere, though. I think she's going to beat her in volume. She's going to put the pressure on her. As we saw with the last week with the judges, they gave Bukakis the freaking fight for God knows what reason, but I think Pennington could put up a similar fight where just put up decent visuals and get a clear 30-27 victory. But next we got Young Sung Park and Carlos Hernandez. I think it's probably gonna be one of the best fights on the card, to be honest. Park he's 2-0 in the UFC. He's a road to UFC guy. He's pretty good everywhere. He's got good striking. He's got good grappling. The only thing that worries me is that he doesn't move his head at all, and sometimes he falls behind on the scorecards. Hernandez, he's just a junkyard dog. They've been giving him all the Asian prospects. They give him Ray Soria, Tatsuro Taira. Now they're giving him Park. I think this might be a good underdog play on Hernandez, just because he will scrap, and we saw in Park's UFC debut, he was down 2 rounds. I mean, he was able to come back and get that submission victory in the third. But, man, he was getting outstruck on the feet, and he was looking a little lost. I think a vet like Hernandez might be able to do it to him and squeak out a decision on him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Henry, bro. I'm going with Hernandez here just because he's a fucking dog. And like he said, they gave him 2 killers in Tyra and Tsuria, excuse me. Park, another. I think they're just trying to test Park here, and I think he's gonna fail this test against Hernandez. Hernandez, like Henry said, he's a dog, bro. He brings it. Good volume, good fucking stand up. When you get takes down, there's some fucking priority in standing up. So I'm gonna go with Hernandez here, the dog. Give me the dog money on Hernandez. Chato, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fade you guys. I think I was watching. I was using Henry's fight pass. I agree. Like Hernandez is a dog, but I feel like all the momentum is on Park's side. Dude is 9-0, coming off 2 finishes in the UFC, and then Hernandez is 2-5 in the UFC. I mean, yeah, he's been fed like actual good opponents, but he just hasn't lived up to his potential. And I just feel like they're gonna use Hernandez as like a stepping stone for Park. So I feel like Hernandez can get it done. I mean, like Park could get it done.
Yeah.
But the only thing that really worries me is that whole that whole like undefeated streak fighters in 2025. Like 22 of them have lost their 0. So like that's the only thing that worries me. But I'm gonna go with Park just because I feel like like he's just better everywhere. Like he's not as experienced, but I feel like he can get it done.
Cool. So we're split on that pick. And I might add, Park has been he's been getting fed buns, bro. His last fight was Shannon Ross, so he's about to get tested. We'll see. All right, who's next? All right, Gomes. We got Gomes versus Elise Reed. All right, boys, give me Gomes. She's made us money before. She's gotten a quick knockout over. Help me remember her name, guys. A Mexican girl fighter.
Yaregi.
Yaregi. No chin Yaregi. I like Gomes' aggressive style, bro. These Brazilians, it seems like they all bring that aggressive fucking style from the favelas, just dirty. And Elise Reed, she's good, bro, but I think she's about to get bullied by this freaking berserker in Gomes. I see her plotting her down, marching her down, landing some good heavy shots. And I think the key is to keep it on the feet and a standing bang. If we could defend some takedowns that Reed's going to shoot, because I see Reed shooting in for takedowns when she starts getting stinged. We defend those takedowns. I think we keep it on the feet, and it goes to decision. I don't think she gets a finish, but I think give me Gomes decision. That's what I'm looking at for this fight. I don't know how you guys are feeling.
Look, yeah, I tend to agree on that for sure. And think Reed's not a bump. She's got good striking. She probably will make it close, but honestly, I think this might be a good play for Gomes to get her first submission victory in the UFC. She's a pretty good grappler. She just hasn't been able to show it in her fights, but she's been mixing it up a lot more, fighting a lot more technical. I think she might be able to get Reed's back and lock in a rear naked choke finish. So give me Gomes sub. But I mean, let's take the money line just to be safe. But I think a little sprinkle on the submission prop when it drops, it might be a good play.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page on Gomes. I have here she's 4-5, 4 out of 5 in her last 5 fights. She has 6 wins by KO, very heavy-handed. And Reed, just like my boy Rhino said, she's inconsistent. If you look at her record, she wins 1, she loses 1, she wins 1, she loses 1. So I just have in parentheses body fortress. So if you guys are weightlifters, that consistency is not there when you try to mix it. So I'm gonna go with Denise Gomes money line. I can see where Henry's coming with the sub. I can see that club and sub, drops her and then just jumps for that neck. So I argue with that as well. All right. Next one, we got Lunia Santos versus Liboa. My pick, I think I'm going to go for the underdog on this one, guys. I'm going to go with Luana Santos. She's a younger fighter. She's 4-5 in the UFC. She has 4 subs. And the opponent, she has, one of her most notable wins is against Harley Quinn, a.k.a.
Rose Clark.
And I feel she has notable wins, but let's be honest, man. Rose Clark is not that good. She's good to look at, but she's not that good as a fighter. So I feel like just a younger fighter in this case can get it done. I have Santos by decision. I don't see a finish on both sides, but I can feel like she could edge out the decision. Like, how do you guys feel about this one?
I'm gonna be honest, boys. I can't confidently give you a fucking girl to pick here. I see this fight as a total coin flip, and I'm just give you guys over 2.5. If you guys really want to pick, I'll go with my boy fucking David Santos. But stay away from the girl fights this card, man. I don't see it. Only over 2.5 on the girl fights is what you should bet on this card, in my opinion. Can't trust them.
Yeah, this for sure is gonna be a close fight. In a way, it's kind of like striker versus grappler. I think Lisboa's got her be in the feet, but if Santos is able to take her down, that's where it might get sketch. I think she's a better dominant grappler. But just for the sake of it, I'm gonna take Lisboa. I think she will be able to keep it standing and win the minutes on the feet. Give me Lisboa money line. But yeah, I'd say Lisboa decision, just so be on the safe side, you know.
All right.
But next up, we got. I'm not sure why the UFC doesn't have this fight listed on their website, but we got Mathews versus DelValle. DelValle's got a funny haircut, but he's actually pretty good. He's actually a pretty good striker, man. Mathews, he's 0-2 in the UFC. He's got finished in both fights, but he's actually not that bad. He's a good grappler. His striking's okay. His chin's been the only thing that's letting him down. On the other end, we got DelValle. I was looking at his fights. He is a good striker, but it doesn't seem like he has that much power. So I don't think if he gets Mathews out, it'll probably be later in the fight. But just for the sake of the pick, I'll go with DelValle. I'm not super confident in him because he lacks the power that has been putting Mathews out. But I think he will be able to win the minutes, keep it standing, and maybe get like a late round 2, round 3 finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell my boy Henry here, DelValle. He was originally gonna be in my like around the world parlay, but I just have a hard time putting a lot of money on contender series fighters. So like in my notes, I have Yair just coming off a dominant performance in the contender series, and Mathews, just like Henry said, has been knocked down in his last 2. Just a younger fighter here, I think he's gonna prevail. But again, like I just want to emphasize to the chat that like those fighters that are undefeated in 2025, god damn, even the favorites are losing nowadays. So just keep that in mind, and especially because he's juiced. I think he's like minus like 4 something. So
yeah, minus 400.
Yeah, like if you guys want to put money on a contender series guy, like, I mean, who knows? Like some people freeze like under the bright lights of the UFC. Like, how do you guys feel? Like, how does Rhino feel about the pick today?
The pick is Valle, but the odds are crazy for somebody making their first debut. I agree with everything you guys said. Mathews is coming from 2 TKO losses, and DelValle seems to be primarily a striker, so that favors him. But the odds for DelValle, this is a pass fight for me as far as bets. As far as picks, I'll take DelValle. We'll see how he looks. It seems kind of like a setup fight. Mathews has lost 2. They're trying to get DelValle in there, maybe build a little name. Introduce him to the fans, maybe be able to get a KO on Mathews. That's what it seems like they're trying to set up. So give me DelValle. But bets, not touching this fight, boys. Following after that fight, we got Gordon versus Moises. This is a fight I'm looking forward to, and this is a fight where I have one of my picks for the Rhino Rush parlay, and that's going to be Thiago Moises. I see Moises as being better everywhere. He's definitely better on the grappling. I like Moises' striking. His last 2 fights, he's been implementing calf kicks a lot in the opening rounds, and I think they made a big difference. Gordon, not a clown, my boy, ex-meth head. Once you're a meth head, I think you're fried permanently. He could people give him credit because they say he won that Patty fight, but he's not a good fighter. He won that fight. He's not a good fighter when you compare him to Moises. I see Moises outclassing him everywhere, and I see Moises getting a sub finish. Pick is Moises. How you guys feeling?
I tend to agree. I feel like Gordon, he's pretty average. He could make it a gritty fight, but Moises has been showing he's showing good striking lately. He's really committing to the grappling. Like, I think he could get the finish here. But just because Gordon's tough, I'll say Thiago Moises decision. I'll give Gordon one round, say 29-28 Moises.
Yeah, we're on the same page right here with Moises. I mean, the odds are kind of like it's like a pick 'em. So, like, if you guys want to bet heavy on Moises, like, that's probably the best bet. I just think Gordon, like Oscar said, he just has like he just has the worst luck. Like I was there when he beat Patty, but you know he lost. He got that DQ. I mean, he got that no contest against Green. You know, he's up there in age. Like Moises is 6 years younger than him. He's just better all around. So I could see Moises by decision. Yeah, Gordon is durable, so I don't really see Moises getting the finish, but 29-28 seems like the play right there. Unanimous decision. Moises is my pick for.
Cool.
All right, so the next one we got Camilo versus Green. One of our locks is going to be Camilo. He just has that momentum coming into the fight, and I don't know, like Green personally, I'm just not a fan of his fighting style. You know, he's just not. You know, he's decent everywhere, but he doesn't have a strength in one specific like fighting. You know, so I feel like my pick for this one is going to be Mathews Camilo. You know, Green is 2-5 in the UFC. He's on a 2-fight skid. So like my official pick is going to be Camilo. Like, how you guys feeling about that pick? We can start with Rhino first.
Yeah, the pick off the rip is Camilo, and my main reason is because Gabe Green is dropping down weight, bro. What the fuck is he doing dropping down weight? My boy's gigantic in the previous weight class. Now he's coming down to 155. This is a recipe for disaster. Gabe Green, his style was a plot forward, march you down, use his physicality to beat you up. Now he's dropping down in weight. He's gonna lose all that size, that muscle. I see Camilo outclassing this guy, dude. I don't see where he's gonna beat him. I don't think the drop down is gonna help in any way, shape, or form, bro. I think we're gonna have a compromised Green. I can't wait to see him on Friday, how he looks on the weigh-ins, but I'm super confident. And I'm saying right now, Camilo is the second pick in the Rhino Rush Parlay. So the Rhino Rush Parlay consists of Moises and Camilo. I'm super confident on those picks. I love the odds. What are you guys thinking on this fight? Let me know. How you guys feeling?
Yeah, I agree. I like Gabe Green, but bro, he's super sloppy with the striking. The way he got knocked out by Brian Battle last fight was just honestly pathetic. He just ran across the freaking octagon and got clipped. Camille, he's actually a really good striker, and he's more of like a counter striker. I just see him catching Gabe Green on the way in. Green probably gets sloppy with some exchanges, and Camille catches him. Give me Camille KO. I think he gets him out round one, especially with like Oscar said, fucking this guy dropping down a weight class. It's like one from 170 to 155 is a drastic change. So yeah, just give me Camille. As long as he doesn't let Gabe Green bully him, he should get an easy finish here.
Yeah, just to add on to that, like the Rhino Rush Parlay, Moises and Camilo plus 178. And those are based off best fight odds. So I can see that hitting.
There it is, guys. No underdog this time. I got you guys. All right, what's next? Next, we got Erosa versus Costa. My pick here is Manchas, our boy Manchas, Mexico Costa. Bro, well, how does Erosa beat this guy? Come on. We got the striking, we got the takedown defense, we got the grappling. I see this as an easy night. I see Costa getting a TKO sometime past round one once Erosa starts getting a little tired. I don't see how he loses this one, bro. And the odds aren't too crazy, but especially since I'm so confident. What is he? -3,
minus 205.
Minus 205. No, minus 205, even better. Pick is Costa. Better hands, better grappling, crispier striking. Erosa, he likes to stand and bang. I see him. He puts himself in danger a lot, you know. And I think Costa is going to be able to capitalize on that. We're going to be able to stay away from any grappling, any sub attempts, and we're going to be able to piece this guy up on the feet and get the finish. How you guys feeling?
I agree with it. Costa has him covered literally everywhere. I think the odds might favor the submission, but I think Costa by vicious knockout might be the play because Erosa's chin is it's I don't say it's pathetic because he's a veteran, but it's gone, man. It's like I think, and also the way that Elkins was taking him down last fight, it was sad.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure if he was just allowing himself to get taken down, like if that was a strategy, but if that Erosa shows up in this fight, he gets murdered in one. Give me Mel Costa. I'll take the KO prop.
Yeah, we're on the same page again. Costa, aka Vitiligo, part of my around the world parlay. So it's Costa and then Tisha Torres. Yeah, like you guys pretty much hit it. I mean, Costa's 4 for 6 in UFC. And like he's really only lost to Moises, which is someone that we're really high on, and then he got knocked out by Steve Garcia. But Erosa is neither Moises or Steve Garcia. The only way I can see Erosa winning is if he catches our boy Manchas. But like grappling wise, I feel like he's good on his back. He's good on top. I just don't see him getting caught. So we're all good on that Costa.
Yeah. Next up, we got Ruziboev versus Stoltzfus. This should be an easy layup for Ruziboev. Stoltzfus' chin is kind of suspect. I think Ruziboev has him cleared on the feet. Like Stoltzfus, he's decent. If he mixes in the grappling, he could make it interesting. But this is Ruziboev back at 185. That cut to 170 wasn't the play. Now he's back at middleweight. I think he's going to show his true potential. And I think he gets Stoltzfus out, maybe a round 2 KO. But yeah, I just think he's a way better striker. He's a sniper. I think he's going to walk down Stoltzfus and get him out of there.
Yeah, pick his Ruziboev, Brand. Yeah, how can you pick against this guy? 6'5". This guy's a freaking behemoth. And I think he's going to be able to he's going to take him down. I think he's going to take him down. I don't know if we strike too much with him. I think we're going to implement our grappling, wear down on him, and I think we see some ground and pound, and we're going to take him out like that. It's how does Stoltzfus beat this guy, bro? This guy's he's a marauder. I think his only weakness is his cardio. Now how Henry said, back to 185. That's gonna be better. I see nothing but a W for Ruziboev. Chato, how you seeing this? Pretty sure you're the same way.
And I got Ruziboev. That's gonna be my final pick for my round the world parlay is Ruziboev. I feel like it's gonna be a walk in the park for him. His only loss is against Buckley, but we all know Buckley's turned a new page in UFC, so like that's not a loss to like hold against him. You know, I feel like the height, the size is just gonna be too much for Stoltzfus. So I feel like Ruziboev is gonna get it done. So like if you guys want to tell my round the world parlay, it's Tisha Torres, Ruziboev, and Costa, and then that's gonna be plus 162 for the round the world parlay.
Nice. Next up, we got Yusuff versus Santos. Off the rip, the pick is Yusuff, bro. Wow. Why is our boy the underdog? He lost to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is Diego Lopez. My boy has dynamite in his hands. Give me the veteran in Yusuff. I think he has faster hands than our boy Santos over here. Santos is more like he's not going to be rushing him too much like Diego did. I think Diego rushing him and bum rushing him through our boy off over here. So I think Santos going to bring a more traditional just stand trade. And I think Yusuff's going to be able to settle down on the fight. Yusuff's fast hands, his good striking. He has really good kicks. I think we're going to piece this guy up to a decision. I don't think we're going to finish this guy. I think Yusuff's going to want to just take it more chill coming from the losses. I think he's want to play it safe and just outstrike this guy from range. Try to keep him at range with some teeps, some jabs, be the faster guy in and out, you know. Don't clinch. None of that clinch. Nothing that's gonna wear you down. Key to victory is just poke to a decision. How you guys feeling?
Yeah, it's probably the toughest fight to call, because they're both really good strikers. We had Santos as a big favorite against the Fire Marshal, and now we're getting him at minus 130 against Yusuff. This might be the sneaky value play on Santos because you had him at such high odds in his last fight, and now you get him at even money. Yusuff's coming off a long layoff. He's on a little bit of a losing streak. I don't know. I just don't. If this was Yusuff from a couple years ago, like that was locked in, I would have Yusuff all day. He's a super good striker. He's very defensively sound. But Yusuff in his current form, I don't know what it is. I'll take the younger fighter. Give me Santos. I think maybe catches him. Santos by KO.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow Henry. Like I've been talking about Santos to Rhino and Henry since his time in the Tough House. Like, dude's nasty. He's young. The only thing that worries me is his weight. He's very big for the division. So if he could beat and just come on weight dialed in, I felt like it could be a not necessarily like an easy victory, like probably like a 29-28 decision Santos. But dude's well-rounded. He's young. And then like you guys touched on, like Yusuff, like he's really not the same guy he was before. You know, like once, like he was really never the same in my opinion after that Diego Lopez fight. Just kind of like lost all his steam, you know. So my official pick for this one is going to be Santos by decision, 29-28. You know, 16-1. So you really can't deny the kid. You know, like he's been living up to his expectations so far. So like I'm actually looking forward to this guy.
Split on the pick. We'll see. We'll see Saturday.
Yeah. We'll see. Next up, we got Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. Honestly, the scariest part about this fight is the odds. I mean, Bellato's minus 500. I know Craig has been looking sad lately, but man, this guy he doesn't pull it out the fire, man. He submitted Ankalaev, he submitted Jamal Hill, he knocked out Andres Muniz. It's like I'm tempted to take Paul Craig, but it's probably gonna end up looking like a shit bet. So I'll just play it safe. Just give me Bellato by KO.
I'm fading Craig too, bro. You mentioned those sub victories, but every time that he got those subs is when the opponent took him down and got him there. So like his strength, he can't utilize his strength. He can't take people down. Every time he's gotten those dubs is when he gets taken down and he finds it. So give me Bellato, bro. But the odds on this whole card are crazy. There's very very little spots to make money, but I think we're gonna make money. So pick is Bellato. Sorry, Craig. You're a one trick pony, so you're sub special.
Yeah.
You're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with your guys' picks as well. I'm gonna go with Bellato. Like Craig has one win in like 3 years or something like that, and I feel like his path to victory is like if he catches Bellato, but Bellato does have some submission victories, so I feel like even that's gonna be like a tall task. So I have Bellato by KO. Again, the odds are super juiced, but I think like the safe pick is just Bellato KO is probably going to be the way to do it because I don't see him testing the waters on the ground. So KO prop is probably the best way to go.
Last fight in the card: Burns versus Morales. Man, I think they're doing Burns dirty. Burns dirty here. They're trying to build off his name, give the younger fighter that steam that Burns had. Morales is a killer, bro. He's coming in with the 8-inch reach advantage. He's super well-rounded, fast hands, strong hips. He freaking sprawls like crazy. This is a horrible matchup for Burns. The UFC is doing him no favors. Odds are kind of wide, really, really wide. But the pick is Morales. I don't see him losing. I don't see him taking any danger. If Burns wants to take it to the ground, Morales will not want to be on the ground. Hopefully he's smart, springs right back up and just pieces Burns up, bro. It's not gonna be a good night for Burns. Pick is Morales. How you guys looking at it?
Yeah, honestly, I think you broke it down perfectly. The odds are freaking wild, but that under 3.5 at plus 140, I think that's the move right there. Gilbert Burns has horrible cardio now. Maybe in his prime he can make this interesting. If this is a 3-round fight, maybe I'll take a little stab at Gilbert Burns' money line. But the fact that it's 5 rounds, you a young killer 5 rounds to get Gilbert Burns out of there, I think he gets the job done. I think Gilbert Burns looks good maybe for half a round, and even then it's not even a guarantee he gets Morales down. Like freaking Rhino said, he has good hips. He's got good striking. I think JDM. The reason why he was taking down JDM in the last fight was because his arm was broken. JDM showed in that Belal fight that his takedown defense is elite. So I think Morales will show a similar game plan, and he gets Burns out of there. I don't think he knocks him out like cold. Maybe a TKO from Burns just being exhausted.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory from all three of us. You know, Morales has that 13-year age gap against Burns. Burns coming off 3 losses to no slouches, I might add. You know, Bellato, Jack, Brady, all top contenders in his division, but 39 years old. His gas tank does not look good. You know, and I think like the odds are super crazy, but that prop that like Henry said, this is juicy odds right there. It's a juicy odds right there. I feel like don't put anybody money line. Just sprinkle that under 3.5. I feel like that will probably be the best play to go because the odds are just too juiced. So I think we're all good on that Morales, like across the board.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like we're gonna have a way better week this week. The odds are horrendous, but I think pick wise we'll have a way better week. We're just gonna go over our plays for the week. We'll start off with around the world. Pass it over to my boy Chato.
Yeah, so like I mentioned previous, my around the world parlay. If you guys are new to the channel, it's I pick about 2 to 3 fighters from around the world, and I just like hopefully they come through. Last week, it was unfortunate that we got robbed on that Aldo, and then it was a coin toss for Ferrot. But JDM did come through. So for this week, we have Torres, you know, USA, Costa, a.k.a. Manchas, a.k.a. Vidalago from Brazil. And then we have Ruziboev from Uzbekistan. And honestly, I just feel like I win. Like the odds on this one, probably not the best. I got them at plus 162 for 3 fighters because the odds are juiced. But I feel like these are pretty locks. No underdogs. Clear path to victory. Just these fighters need to show up and stick to the game plan because there's an obvious path to victory in all 3 of these fighters. Hopefully they don't fall short, you know. So like that's my play for this week.
Yeah, I mean last week should have hit easily, but Canadian judges had faded us. They had freaking their boys a hobby. Jacob will let that one slide, but hey, the hobby is a dog shit decision. No, whatever. On to next. Next up, we got the Rhino Rush Parlay. We'll pass it over to the Rhino himself.
Redemption time, boys. I apologize for last week, but I think this week's picks are a breeze. These 2 people, Thiago and Camilo, both outclass their opponents in every way, shape, and form. They're better everywhere. Just lock it in. There's no more further explanation. Moises, sub, Camilo, those hands are gonna fly. He's gonna get the TKO. Good odds. Two fighters that aren't no underdogs, no heavy favorites. I think it's gonna hit today, boys. I think it's gonna hit.
Yeah, look, yeah, I think it's a good parlay this week. But next up, we got our lock of the week is where all of us choose one fighter from the card. I'll start it off. I'm playing it super safe. Give me neck tap Denise Gomes to get it done.
I'm going with Moises. Moises, safe fight. I like the way he looked his last fights. I see him outclassing his opponent, so easy dub.
Yeah, I'm playing it safe as well. The odds are crazy, but Bellato has a clear path to victory. If he doesn't slip on a banana peel or get caught like on a leg lock or something, he's gonna knock my boy out. He's gonna knock him out clean. So Bellato should win this. You know, just hopefully he doesn't, he doesn't slip. But 3 simple locks. You know, I feel like our plays this week are gonna hit. Super safe, good value. We're gonna get you guys back. We're gonna get your guys' money back this week.
Yeah, redemption.
Yeah, there it is, man. But that's it for the breakdowns. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week for the next one. I think eventually we'll start doing some props. I'm not sure if we'll start it this week or the following week, but we'll start. Be on lookout for some prop videos, maybe a couple recaps. But we're going 3-0 this week. Peace out.
Peace out.
Signing out.